So, an overpowered MC is definitely fun to see. It gets even better when we get sent to some foreign and mythical worlds and really start to flex their true power. Today, we're taking a look at overpowered MCs that travel to another world and really start to dominate. Thanks for joining us today at Animeology. We have some brilliant recommendations for you, some really high quality series where you can follow an insanely overpowered MC as they travel to another world. Number 10. KIBA. Now, KIBA is tied to a trading card game at its core, but this isn't some Yu-Gi-Oh clone. KIBA is seriously heavy and extremely violent. This dark fantasy is a seriously good watch purely because we have no idea as to who is going to die next. Seriously, it's that unpredictable. We start off with a young boy that is pretty angry about life in general, a sense of unhappiness and discomfort that nothing can fix, until he jumps in headfirst into a portal to a strange world in a perpetual state of war and battle. This world is filled with magic users called shardcasters that fight each other constantly. A foreign and violent realm. Our MC has no idea who he's supposed to trust. Fresh to this world of magic and beasts, we learn that there exists a mighty spirit within him, a being with the power to influence the world's future. Seriously, a god that could destroy or save this magical world is just existing in our hero. Join him on his epic adventure as he starts to learn and master this world of magic and powers as he attempts to learn why exactly there exists a god within him. Number 9. Shishensi no Saibou. This high fantasy series is a really strange and incredible watch. The sort of twisting tale and interesting backstory had us hooked from the very first episode, and we guarantee the same for you. Set in the distant future, the year 2434, this insanely popular MMORPG game was topped by some absolute master of the game, 6 friends. However, one of the members died of a heart attack brought on from playing too much. Years into the future, the game is opened up again. Returning back to it, Haruto, our hero, meets his friend that died in the game. He sets off on an incredible journey to learn the truth behind his friend and what exactly happened to him. As the fighter and leader of the guild, Haruto really takes control. With a strong fighting spirit, Shishensi no Saibou is a really fun and engaging watch that really rewards its viewers from epic battles and a very well thought out and fleshed world. Number 8. Demon Lord Retry. A really fun watch set in an MMORPG world. We follow Akira Ono as he finds himself trapped in a video game he actually created. Follow Akira on a really fun and interesting journey as we learn that as the creator of this world, he actually has a few tricks up his sleeve. Meeting up and grouping up with a group of interesting and powerful companions to join him on his travels, slowly living up to the reputation as Demon Lord, Akira becomes a target for many assassins. The most enjoyable aspect of Demon Lord Retry is the sheer originality of its arcs. From satanic cults to social and class issues within the kingdom, every few episodes the strong shift between mini-arcs with the strong core storyline really makes Demon Lord Retry one of the better series we've seen. Number 7. Arata Kantari. A brilliant sense of wonderment and adventure in this fantastic fantasy realm is what really drew us to Arata Kantari. More of a body switch than anything else, we find two different people named Arata from two vastly different worlds switching with one another. We soon get caught up in a world of kingdoms and queens and princesses, epic action and drama with sword spirits and magic wielders. Soon we learn that our MC has a task much greater than themselves, with the fate of the world depending on it. But on the flip side, we also get to see the other Arata. Having switched from this fantasy realm to modern-day Japan, we see an interesting high school setting, with the other Arata navigating some high school drama but still finding many links to his own fantasy realm. A really ingenious spin on the classic Isekai tale. As opposed to an immediate transfer to a foreign world, Arata Kantari really holds strong in both worlds and makes both its core stories as important as the other. It's unique and extremely quality, definitely check it out. Number 6. The Eighth Sun. Okay, we do love a good harem, but that's not the main reason we brought up The Eighth Sun. It's a legitimately fantastic series that just happens to have a top-notch harem in it. You come for the waifus, but trust us, you stay for everything else. The Eighth Sun kicks off with our MC, Shingo, waking up in this magical fantasy world, the son of a noble and prestigious family. Unfortunately, he's the eighth son, so when his father's wealth gets split up, Shingo, well, ends up with nothing. Forced to look for other means of income, follow Shingo as he stumbles upon the magical powers in this world and realizes that he is actually unbelievably talented with it. Also trained with swordplay, it's only a matter of time before the Eighth Son becomes a highly skilled warrior and becomes well known as a famous adventurer throughout the world. Number 5. Wise Man's Grandchild. Starting off in the usual way, we follow a young worker dying abruptly in a car accident, soon reborn into a magical world filled with demons and strange powers. But our hero is reborn as a young baby. Raised by a hero and a powerful magician, our hero is raised and taught the ways of this new world, soon becoming a powerful being and insanely talented fighter. However, at the age of 15, we learn that our MC Shin was never taught common sense. Yeah, that's right, Wise Man's Grandchild brings in a really pleasant sense of humour into an otherwise exciting tale of adventure and discovery. Follow Shin as he starts to make friends while honing and perfecting his abilities in this brilliant series. Number 4. Problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? Although it's one of the biggest series out there, we definitely have to mention the travels of Izayo in this world of Mondia Tachi, one of 3 children that live such boring lives because they are so unbelievably powerful. Insane psychic powers that no one can rival, that is, until they get sent to another world, a place of supernatural ability and strange locales. The 3 siblings join up and soon get caught up in this epic realm as their insane strength is finally put to the test. A fun journey and a close bond between our 3 heroes as they plan and prepare to overthrow the powerful demon lords that rule this other world. Some very interesting characters are pretty unusual but maintain a brilliant dynamic. If you haven't checked this out, we highly recommend you do. Number 3. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated into another world as an aristocrat.
Target 確認。暗殺貴族トゥアハードの信念に基づき排除する。
Definitely one of the newer series on this list, but still a fantastic watch that we are all so hyped for. Taking a unique look at the Isekai genre, we follow a really old man that was once considered the world's greatest assassin. On the verge of retirement, his plan was sabotaged and exploded. Waking up in a magical world of swords and beasts, a goddess requires our hero's immense skills in order to prevent the destruction of her world. Waking up young and with some exciting plans for his new life, a bit on the serious side and definitely aimed at a more mature audience, we follow an epic hero's journey as this master assassin starts to learn more and more about this strange world, meeting new and exciting partners and increasing his strength until one day he's destined to save this magical fantasy realm. Number 2. Susai no Gargantua. An epic fight on a distant planet, Susai no Gargantua has heavy sci-fi and some pretty brilliant mech fights to back it up. A really well thought out universe that had us begging for more. In the distant future, humanity is really suffering, drifting about in deep space in this insanely technologically advanced spaceship called the Avalon, on the final ropes ready for one last epic attack against the alien race that is trying to destroy us. We meet Lido, a mecha pilot thrown through a wormhole to a strange and foreign planet. Maybe you've heard of it. Earth. The mythical and lost birthplace of humanity was rumoured to have been turned to ice thousands of years ago. Follow our future fighter Lido as he struggles to communicate with these primitive Earth people and tries to learn their language. Lido's exceptional fighting skills and technology can't help him much as he desperately tries to work out how to travel through time and space back to his home in the sky. Number 1. Drifters. There are few animes out there that are as stylish and outright cool as Drifters. An epic adventure set in a really well thought out dark fantasy world. The series takes a look at famous historical human figures summoned to an Isekai world in order to use their skills and techniques in order to save this other world from destruction. We follow Shimazu Toisha, based on the legendary samurai. Critically wounded in battle, he limps off and finds himself walking through a strange door that sends him to another world, meeting other great warriors throughout history, also known as Drifters. In this fantasy world filled with humans and magical races such as elves, dwarves, and even dragons, these Drifters need to help the humans in an effort to turn the tide of battle, taking a more analytical and mature look at combat strategy and warfare. The world is great, the story is phenomenal, and the action is definitely top of its class. You need to watch Drifters.